I grew up in a single mother home. My mom did the best she could in raising my brother, my sister, and myself, but we didn't have a lot of practical or spiritual leadership available in the house. But my auntie made sure that we stayed in church. She would make sure that every Sunday we were there, and that led me to getting saved at a very young age. In fact, I can barely remember what age I got saved at, but I know that I had always recalled that I had a relationship with Jesus. I always had a bent towards music, and I remember choosing at a very young age that my profession would be Christian rap. It only made sense to me. And so I'm, writing these rhymes and coming up with these songs that I thought that were dope at the time. And so I go to the Yellow Pages and look for a studio. And in my search, I come across this man named Darius. And I told him, hey, I need you to let me come to the studio and record this next hit song because I know I'm only 12 years old, but I'm the next thing to blow. So holla at me, man. I'm the next Kirk Franklin. He invites me to his studio, and lo and behold, he takes me under his wing, and this man becomes my spiritual father and begins to mentor me and disciple me. He wound up introducing me to some CDs by these guys named Lecrae and Trip Lee, and from that, I began to take my faith very seriously, began to become very passionate in evangelism, and fast forward to high school, folks are seeing me left and right in the hallway. I'm that dude with the Bible in one hand, the Jesus t-shirt on, answering questions about faith left and right, holding Bible studies. And folks just know me to be that guy, that church boy that is very outspoken about his faith. But behind the scenes, I'm struggling. I'm getting into fights, sleeping with different girls, hanging with the wrong dudes, and I just can't get myself together. I'm feeling like the biggest hypocrite. My mentor felt called to move to Atlanta, and it just left me in a difficult situation in trying to find real biblical community and people that I could identify with. And then eventually wound up going into college, and my struggles followed me. And I'm just desperate at this point for people that can help me live this thing out. And my mentor reaches out to me and says, hey man, I got some space here if you want to come and move to Atlanta. And I'll jump at that opportunity as fast as I possibly can. So I wind up moving to Atlanta, get plugged into this great church, and come across this Christian school called Atlanta Leadership College. And my first day on the campus, see the most beautiful woman that I ever seen in my life. And I'm like, hold up, like this is confirmation. If I've ever seen confirmation in my life, that sealed the deal that it was God's voice for me to go to that school. And I think I did something right because I wound up getting there. And I just experienced a deep, profound season of life change. I would say the biggest catalyst for my life change was having that biblical community and remembering what Jesus did for me. When you hear the story about the good shepherd leaving the 99 for one, that story sounds irrational almost until you consider that you were that one sheep who drifted away. And Jesus said, I deem you worthy for my pursuit, to leave the glory of heaven, to put on the corruption of humanity, and to pursue you in your mess. There was a song I put out called One. It's talking about how we're the ones as disciples to reach the world for Jesus. And that's because we're the same ones that Jesus rescued out of darkness. And so we give our all to him because of that. And one of the ways in which I do that is outreach. My wife and I, for the past several years, have been reaching the city of Atlanta and just telling people about Jesus, sharing the love of God wherever we go. And we've done that with a group of leaders named Atlanta Mission Group, or AMG for short. And people have always looked at us at how young we are, yet consistent we've been in doing these outreaches. And to that, the attitude we have is, man, if Jesus laid his life down for us, then the least we could do is use our life for his glory. And, that's our commitment. And all of the turbulence that I faced at getting to this point in my life and having my community, my wife, the music, I've realized that anything worth having is worth fighting for. And Jesus says that same statement is true in his heart towards me, in his heart towards you. He's worth laying your life down for because he said you are the one that he chose to lay his life down for. And that's why he left the 99 for the one.